This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Okay, Jenna, we need to talk about something that I feel like everyone's just glazing over, and I don't understand why people aren't freaking out more.
Okay.
There was a headline here in Edmonton that said that wild pigs are spreading out of control across the prairies. Many are living in central Alberta, and they could become embedded in Edmonton's river valley if we don't intervene. So this is according to a professor at the University of Saskatchewan who has been researching these wild pigs for more than a decade. No pigs have been spotted in Edmonton yet, although there was a sighting east of the city in Ardrossan last week.
Oh boy.
Not only that, but there have been groups of them spotted at Elk Island Park. I just think people are being way too nonchalant about this, because the more I look into wild pigs, the more I realize that we wouldn't be able to take them down if you saw it in the river valley. Let's say, Jenna, you're going for a walk with your sweet angel of a dog, Teddy.
Right. Okay.
If a wild pig came face to face with you and your dog, do you think you could take it down? They can grow up to be 500 pounds. They can eat an entire deer. Their hides are so thick and their bones are so big that they protect their vital organs. So one gunshot wound, it wouldn't even leave a blood trail.
I mean, it's the first person in Edmonton to be like cause of death, feral pig.
That's what I'm saying. Who is going to be the first Edmontonian to see a pig? And if so, who do you call?
What number do we dial?
Do you call the cops?
Do you call a butcher?
Do you call the pig busters? We are not prepared for this, and that's why this professor is warning us. They're saying you need to be ready for them to take over the river valley. They will be so destructive. They will destroy the forest, and it's the perfect environment for them to flourish. They will love it.
They will just be thriving in a river valley.
And they'll be mating with each other.
The only solution, pig roast in the river valley. There's power in numbers.
Do you own a gun?
I can find a 30-06 somewhere, I'm sure.
Okay, so just a heads up, if you're going for walks with your pups, make sure you have a massive gun on your back.
At all times for these feral pigs. Play 107, it's Jenna and Lisa. I tried to sound like Ryder when I did that. How did I do?
Pretty good, I think. I don't know. Do it again.
Play 107, it's Jenna and Lisa.
Is that what he sounds like?
I think so.
I ignore him, so I wouldn't know.
That's fair.
Happy International Women's Day. Jenna is filling in for Ryder this morning. He is going to be doing her shift 10 to 2. Let's hope he doesn't screw it up and embarrass himself.
Or me. That's what I'm nervous about.
Like, what if somebody's tuning in for the very first time on our station between 10 and 2 and he's on and they're like, oh, I'll never listen to this station again.
And it's his fault that our ratings are just going to be in the toilet.
Okay, so if you don't know a lot about Jenna Winterburn, let's learn something today. I have 5 questions that I'm going to ask you, and you have to promise on our friendship that you're going to be honest with your responses.
I promise on our friendship.
When's the last time you cried and why?
Thursday.
Why?
I took possession of my house.
Oh, so they were happy tears.
They were happy, like happy, overwhelmed tears. Like if you've bought in a house, you know how like stressful it can be. So it was just like, oh my gosh, finally.
You're a homeowner.
Yeah. And it's just like, it was such an overwhelming feeling. So yeah, I was crying for sure.
Okay. And we did ask our listeners at 780-784-7107 if you have any questions for Jenna, feel free to hit us up. Mm-hmm. Chris wants to know if it's true that you and your partner do naked Sundays.
Oh my God.
This is a rumor that Ryder and I started about Jenna yesterday.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Of course, anytime. So it's not true?
It's not true.
But you did say that your fiance Dean was like, okay, so it's not true, but can we make it true?
Yeah, he's like, do you want to start a new tradition?
Yeah, he's like, can we please implement this? That sounds awesome. All right, next question. If you could define your kissing style with an animal, what animal would it be?
Okay, so speaking of Dean, I actually asked him this question because, I mean, he would know best. And he was like, an anteater. Which is just rude.
Why?
I don't know.
Because of the shape of your lips?
I don't know.
They do look like they could suck back a couple ants. I don't know if that comes off rude, but
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I said like fish maybe because I do have big
Jenna,
lips. I don't know.
You can't say that you kiss like a fish. That's what people say when they kiss someone and it went terrible.
Oh.
Like when someone's like, oh, he kisses like a fish. It means it was like wet,
well, I
sloppy.
didn't know that.
Okay, well, you need to work on that.
Okay.
Practice on your arm like what all of us did in junior high.
Okay. I'll get back to
And
you on
we'll,
that one
we'll
then.
circle back to that.
Circle back.
Next question. We're getting to know Jenna Winterburn. She's filling in for Ryder this morning. Happy International Women's Day. Jenna, when you have 30 minutes to spare, what do you do with your spare time?
I feel like I never really have spare time. And if I do, it's like I'm waiting for an Uber. So probably like tequila shots.
Don't you Uber to work sometimes?
Well, yeah, it's Taco Tuesday today. Of course. Like,
Shooting back some tequila, doing the morning show,
I had to
letting
be here-
loose.
Yeah, I had to be here early.
Now, do you have any siblings?
I do.
Tell us about your home life.
My home life. Yeah, I have 2 sisters. I'm the middle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
What's the...
It's all coming together now.
We don't shame or make fun of women on International Women's Day, Lisa. Get it together.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing that you've ever put your parents through? This is my last question, and you have to be
Oh my gosh.
100% honest.
Okay, I still like this literally haunts me to this day, but my mom had to miss the AC/DC concert at Commonwealth like years ago.
Was that the AC/DC concert where when they started playing Thunderstruck, there was an actual thunder and lightning in the sky?
That was the one.
So she missed one of the most iconic moments in
Iconic.
Edmonton concert history.
100%.
What? Why?
Because I got arrested for like I tried to steal makeup from Zellers at Bonnie Doon Mall, and I got caught. And
How old were you at the time?
I was in the 10th grade, I think.
So what did you need so desperately from Zellers?
Lipstick, Lisa. And the worst part was that I had money in my bank account. Like I had a part-time job. I could have paid for it. And then these nice arresting officers, they weren't going to like charge me or anything. But no, they insisted of coming to my school.
They came to your school with you?
Came to my school with me, to my Math 30 Pure class, and made me do a presentation in front of these fellow students about why you shouldn't shoplift and why it's bad. And honestly, I wish I just went to jail instead. Did you hear about this? It's out of Texas. Okay. Prepare yourself.
I'm already scared. What happened?
A live bat was released by somebody during the new Batman movie in the movie theater.
Why do people do stuff like this?
I don't know. I just want to know, like, how do you get a bat into the movie theater?
Yeah. Was it in your jacket? Did you have a
Yeah.
little cage and you were able to get by the employees?
Did you bring like a satchel that you put the bat in? Like, you're not Indiana Jones.
Can you actually imagine if this were the case for all movies that involved animals? Which one would be the worst one? Because I do think a bat, in my opinion, would be very terrifying for me. We had a back alley behind my house, and my dad would always warn me if I was going to meet up with my friends. He'd be like, make sure you pull your hair back in a ponytail because bats they swing low.
They do.
They'll get stuck in your hair.
I got one stuck in my hair before.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I 100% did when I was living out in Nordegg. That happened, and it was terrifying. It really was.
What? We need more details on this.
There was just like 6 people trying to get this bat out of my hair. It was like, it got out. It was fine. I just had a mini meltdown, but you know.
Wasn't there an episode of The Office where Dwight's trying to get a bat?
Yes, and it gets stuck in Meredith's hair.
Meredith's hair, and then he's like, I got this, and he puts a garbage bag over her head with the bat still inside of it.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. It's good. Okay, you know, it'd be a really scary movie that just got like released. Like, have you seen the 8-Legged Freaks?
That's a new movie?
No, it's super old, but it's about like
Spiders, I'd assume.
huge tarantulas. Like giant sized tarantulas.
We just got a text into 780-784-7107 saying, what about Jumanji?
That was the first one that came to my mind too.
Also, Ratatouille. Nobody wants a live rat. Unless it's actually cooking for me, I want nothing to do with a rat.
Do you think you would ever actually eat rat cooked dinner?
If a rat cooked it for me, yeah. If it's pasta.
If it's pasta.
Super excited to say that Alanis Morissette with Garbage are coming to Rogers Place July 28th. They're celebrating 25 years of Jagged Little Pill. That's one of my favorite albums. I know every single song.
It's a good driving tune.
It's
yeah.
so good. So we have a pair of tickets that we want to give away. This is what we're calling the contest.
Ready? We just made this up.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. This woman.
So bad.
Our harmony.
I love it.
Harmony.
We're already getting so many good submissions to 780-784-7107. This one here, first time texter says, I'd like to nominate my best friend Jade. She became a mother of twin boys. She manages everything with such grace while her husband has worked away as a paramedic in a small town for most of their first year. She's an incredible mom and an incredible friend. The feel-good vibes. I'm
it's got
telling you.
goosebumps.
It's so
That's
good.
so nice.
Okay, can you just play what this contest is called again? Because I love it.
I will.
I love it so much.
You know I will. This woman. Go. This woman.
We were on American Idol. We probably wouldn't get through because, I mean, Simon Cowell's nicer now.
He used to be a lot meaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a story that's gone viral, a couple that asked Simon Cowell to judge them and their performance in the bedroom. And they said they would pay him $150,000 to do so. And he said no.
Just to watch them and like
Just to observe and see if they know what they're doing. Like, it's such a strange
judge their
kink.
bedroom activities.
Yes. Would you let Simon Cowell do that, Jenna?
I would. No, I don't think I would. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna have like any judgy celebrity, like maybe Gordon Ramsay.
What? He'd just be screaming at you the whole
Yeah,
time.
but, like,
he'd be like, "You're bland. This is bland, Jenna."
But yelling is at least like motivational instead of like Simon Cowell just being like, "You're garbage. This is absolute rubbish.
You suck.
You know, you suck so much." At least Gordon Ramsay would get like, you know, yelling. It's motivational.
I just can't imagine someone offering me $150,000 and me being rich enough and famous enough to be like, no, I'm good.
I will not take your thousands and thousands of dollars.
Wild.
This woman.
This one here is a first-time texter. It says, I nominate my girlfriend, Christina. She's amazing. She was a young mom, 2 kids by 20. She was a widow at 30, raising 2 kids alone. She does so much for our community and others around her. She is the epitome of selflessness.
Just really well worded too.
Oh, I know.
Dang.
It's amazing. Yeah, we're crying in here.
He's literally though.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this story that has gone viral in a lobby of an office building in Toronto. Okay, so they've since been pulled down because this went viral, but somebody got back to the office. I mean, a lot of people were working from home.
Right.
And you know those pull-ups that you'll see when you walk into an establishment and it says like the company's name or it's behind like a glass panel and it's promoting, like today it would say Happy International Women's Day from this building.
The promotional type thing.
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
So there were 2 of them in this corporate office and one of them said, do you miss your sweatpants yet? And the other one said, I bet your dog is missing you. And it's the picture of the saddest dog I've ever seen, like staring out a window. And the person that screenshot this and put it on Twitter, they wrote, I guess this is to make sure employees are flooded with resentment the instant they walk in the door.
No kidding.
After this went viral, the company took them down and then had to put out a statement saying they meant to be lighthearted and they're aware it came off as uncaring and they removed them. I actually think of the dogs who have been, maybe you got a pandemic dog, you were working from home. They're going to have separation anxiety. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. I just don't understand how anyone could see that and be like, this is a good idea.
That's hilarious.
Everyone's going to smile and chuckle at this.
That is so true because I do miss my sweatpants. Now I'm forced to wear these high-waisted, tight, hard pants.
Yes.
It sucks because it totally is this thing where I'm like, oh, we're celebrating women today. Maybe I'll dress up. And then in my mind, I was like, oh my God, no.
We're celebrating women
we
today.
are burning down that patriarchy.
Yes.
We don't care. Jenna and I are literally wearing sweatpants today. We didn't shower.
And hoodies. Like, I've never had my hair greasier.
Exactly. Happy International Women's Day.
Okay, did you take advantage of this last year? It was a pilot project last summer, allowing alcohol consumption in some Edmonton parks.
I've been doing that for years.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But no, I didn't actually openly drink. Wait, that's a lie.
Okay.
We had some of our COVID book club outdoor meetings in some of the parks. And yeah, we were definitely drinking wine. So
Okay. In one of the parks that allowed it?
I don't know.
Okay, fair. When I first presented this on our Play 107 Facebook page last summer, everyone was like, this is not a thing that everyone's doing. Like, okay, thanks for outing me.
Right. And the fact that it was only allowed in some parks, I was like, who's actually going to go online and find out which parks are accepted? Like, just trust us.
Just trust us. And that was a big thing for a lot of people when they were wondering if it's going to come back or not. I want to drink at this park, but I can't. Mm-hmm. And a lot more police officers were out and present and ticketing a lot of people.
We need to be good.
Be good.
Don't ruin it for everybody else.
Exactly, because it is coming back again this year at more public picnic spaces, but not all of them. So just be good.
Yep.
Drink responsibly. But I mean, I get it though. Like day drinking
in a field, my
there's
favorite
really
thing to do.
Nothing better.
Jenna, I want to say thank you for hosting the show with me this morning for International Women's Day. It's been a pleasure.
I had so much fun.
I'm so glad. So if you don't listen to our midday show, maybe you should start. Jenna is usually on from 10 to 2 p.m. every single weekday. Today, Ryder's actually filling in for her.
Don't judge my time slot for whatever Ryder does or says.
Yep.
Please.
It will not be the same.
But it was a blast.
It was so much fun.
Thank you for having me.
Happy International Women's Day, Jenna.
Happy International Women's Day to you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.